Talankini. This is Mike Mizak, our resident numismatist who's been presenting coins here for decades. And we're excited that so many of you have jumped in. And our next item, already popular just from the preview, of course, and other, showing it in the last hour, is the 2019 PR70 first day of issue limited edition. We only had 1,298. I'm not sure how many we have left. I know my producer will update me, but
we'll update you.
We'll update you, but this is gonna be quick.
I'm assuming this will be the final primetime presentation, and today was the first primetime presentation in the last hour.
It's been popular.
This is one of our infamous one and dones.
Yes.
So we bring it in, and because remember, when we do these coins, these are first day of issue annex coins exclusive to us. We individually number the coins. So oftentimes, and look, I love NGC, PCGS. We sell lots of NGC first day of issue and PCGS first day of issue. We do tons of that, but they don't number the coins.
All right.
So, as long as they get first day issue eligible coins, they'll grade them technically kind of forever.
Yeah.
Is what it comes down to. So you have to check the population, how many there are, and whether they change. This, right up front.
They're numbered.
1,298 coins, period. That's it.
And for some reason, we always have number 5 on air.
Yeah, that's why we do it, so we don't ever get confused. We always have number 5.
You always have number 5 on air. I've noticed that over the years.
We always have number 5.
Yeah.
That we do that, so we're never confused about that.
Yeah.
So I believe, at the end of the day, we have a complete collection of number 5s.
Yeah.
So really, there's 1,297 of these coins that'll technically, I think, get sold. We don't always sell the 5. We sometimes keep the 5s.
Oh.
So anyway, so you can see we have 658 sold already. So we're already about half sold out in a single airing. So let me explain to you what this coin is and why it's important, and why we've already sold almost 700 coins. Okay, because it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And here's why it's a big deal. First of all, it's the S-minted Proof Silver Eagle from the United States Mint, which is about to be released. This is our preview coin that we're going to have right here, 2019 with the S-Mint. So we've got the preview coin here in our first day of issue at $199.95. So this is the price. So when we sell Proof American Silver Eagles, based on the price that the United States Mint charges, because they charge a significant premium, this is what we sell our Proof 70 first day of issue.
So this is a pre-release price.
Right. This is our preview price, if you will, our preview coin.
Yeah.
So this is $199, but it's our price. If there's any left, they're still going to be $199. It's the price we charge for Proof first day of issue American Silver Eagles, whether it be 2019, 18, 17, 16. That's what we've charged for basically all of them.
But this one's San Francisco Mint.
This is San Francisco Mint. And prior to that, there were West Point Mints, but this is the price that we charge. So I'm charging no extra for this San Francisco Mint. First of all, you're getting a first look at this that nobody else is giving you a look at. And so that's one of the reasons we've sold 650, almost 700 coins. Secondly, it's my regular issue price. Of course, comes with the Red Oak presentation box at $24.95 value. Go try to find. We sell hundreds, if not thousands, of just these boxes because nobody else does these great boxes.
Right, and they're on hsn.com if you want to get some to add to your collection.
And we sell lots of them, so these will hold, a certified coin. I think it holds Annex, NGC, or PCG.
Have you ever sold white gloves?
We used to, as a matter of fact.
Really?
Yeah, we used to sell boxes of them, but people just kind of get them on their own. You can find those. So anyway,
I was wondering
and you want
about
cotton gloves. You don't want to use latex or rubber at all. You want to use cotton gloves. So anyway, so we have this coin. So now here's the real deal about this coin. This is very popular. People are getting into this. People are buying this. Brand new. Do not confuse this with the West Point Mint coin that was put out at the first part of the year. The United States government is releasing a second Proof Silver Eagle, this regular issue Silver Eagle from the San Francisco Mint. They just don't do that. They did it last year, and they've never done it before. They've never done 2 different mint marks in a year when they do the Proof Silver Eagle, other than in regular issue. It's always just been 1 mint mark. So last year they did a West Point Mint and a San Francisco, and then this year they're doing a West Point Mint and a San Francisco. So fantastic, brand new, first day of issue, exclusive to us. Here's the lowdown though, and here's one of the reasons, big reasons we've sold 600 or 700 of these now. This is just my 30+ years of coin experience talking. I think this is going to be a very significant coin. I'm charging no extra for that. This advice is given freely. I think the way we're looking at this and what I've seen has happened in the past, that this is almost assuredly, quite likely, going to be the rarest regular issue Silver Eagle ever made by the United States government, this coin right here. This S-minted coin that you see right here, the 2019S. And here's why. Last year, when they did the second mint mark for the very first time, the 2018, we did the same thing, sold it for $199. And I said, look, I believe this is going to be the rarest proof silver eagle ever, regular issue proof silver eagle made by the United States government. I'm not charging any extra for that, but that's my belief. Well, the numbers are out. I was 100% correct. It is the rarest regular issue proof silver eagle. It's not even close. Okay, it's not even close. 138,000 coins. Nothing even comes close to that in regular issue. I think the next one's like 358,000 or something. So that all of you that bought that 2018 S at our regular issue price of $199 last year, well done. Yep. You have the rarest regular issue, a proof silver eagle made by the United States government. I think this one's going to be rarer still. And I don't think it's not only going to be the rarest proof American silver eagle made by the United States Mint, I think it's going to be the rarest regular issue silver eagle. Proof, mint state, burnished, you name it, I think this is going to be the coin. I really believe that the final mintage on this coin will be under 100,000 coins. I think this will be an absolute true rarity that will stand the test of literally generations. And people say, well, how do you know that? And I said, well, I don't know that, but I can speculate on it. Yeah. And here's how I can do that. Is we keep track, I have basically someone in my organization that basically keeps track of the mintage of every coin made by the United States government. We keep track of the weekly sales by the United States government of every single set and coin that they sell. We track that on a weekly basis, and we lay it over year, month over month, decade over decade, quarter century over quarter century. So we know what there. So when I say this is the rarest this or the rarest that, I mean we know that definitively. When I lay this over, what I think is going to happen to this coin, like I said, with this being in essence the preview, and because what I'm doing is I'm tracking the West Point minted silver eagle. That I think is going to be the rarest this year is going to be the rarest West Point minted American silver eagle. Yeah, I think this is going to be the rarest West Point minted American silver eagle. So now we're down to what do we got? 500 coins left. We're well over half sold out. Today was our debut of this. Yeah. This was our debut of this. So if I look at the West Point Minted Eagle, because that's been sold for already 6 months this year, it is already significantly behind the 2018, which was the rarest West Point Minted Eagle. So I just take and extrapolate that, and I say the S Mint this year, because of where it falls, and we kind of take into account the other releases that are going to surround it, I think what's going to happen is this coin could end up having a mintage of under 100,000. It would make it quite literally by mintage, by that, as the second rarest American silver eagle. Ever. The only thing rarer being the 1995 W, which is a $30,000 coin. The next one would be the 2011 reverse proof coin, which is a $1,000 or $1,200 coin. This coin could fall firmly right between them and actually be rarer than the 2011. I got to get my phone and buy this. I'm telling you, it's a great coin. And it's just, you know, we're looking at that and people are going, well, you know, they haven't even sold it. You can't anticipate that. I said, I kind of can. Yeah, you've been doing this long enough. Pretty good idea what's going on, because also what's happening, so this is going to be released, I think, in a couple days. So is the brand new reverse proof 2018 innovation dollar. That's going to be released. Okay, so that's like a huge thing. Okay, then we have the reverse palladium coin. There's going to be fistfights over that coin. That thing's going to be insane. We have the $100 high relief gold Liberty coming out, which might be the most beautiful coin I've ever seen produced by the United States government. That's coming out in the next couple of weeks. So you have all that. Plus, we've already released all the West Point minted pennies and the West Point minted quarters and all these other things that the United States Mint has released out there. This has been one of the great years for United States. For the United States Mint, 50th anniversary of Apollo, all of those things. We got brand new coins coming out. This is just going to get lost in the wash. Yeah, all right, Leah. Is exactly what's going to happen. There's going to be the first day sales on this. They're going to be, you know, X dollars, and then that's going to be it. And we're going to watch this thing trickle in. And at the end of the year, the Mint says, that's it. We're ready for 2020, you know? And so that's going to be it and done. And I mean, the mintage on this, I think, could be exceedingly, exceptionally, ridiculously, phenomenally low. I think it's going to be rarer than all the burnished coins, all the proof coins, all the mint state coins, dozens and dozens and dozens of which I'll sell you for double or triple or quadruple or quintuple this price in this condition. And keep in mind, so first day of issue, individually numbered, only available exclusively from us. I could charge extra for this. Like I said, and like I said, what I said about last year's coins, the 2018 W, the 2018 S, the 17 W, all of that ended up being true. Like I said, I'm not often wrong because when I am, I put my money where my mouth is. So if I'm wrong, it costs me money. It costs me a lot of money.
Right.
Okay. And so if we have a coin like this that's substantial, you know, I want you to benefit as well with this. And that's kind of the whole point of this thing with this. And so that's why I believe this. Now, I'll know much more definitively in a week or so, but keep in mind, regardless, I'm not charging a single solitary additional cent. This is the price that we're charging, whether it's the rarest or the most common or whatever it is. This is what we charge for the 19W, the 18W, the 18S, all those coins. That's our price. So I'm giving you all this information. I'm giving you the first day of issue and all that other stuff. I'm not charging any extra for that. So if it comes true, if it comes to bear, that's just an additional bonus, like our first day of issue.
Even if it doesn't, you're still getting a great deal.
You're still guaranteed our lowest price that I'm able to do on this coin. And I think that is truly and utterly spectacular. And I think that's absolutely critically important for you to understand, that, to be able to get this S-minted coin. Remember, it's not the West Point minted coin that came out at the beginning of the year. This is the brand new proof regular issue S-mint. Only the first time the government's ever done that in the last, 30, 40 years that they've done the S-mint like this, and they only the second time they've done two different mint marks in regular issue Silver Eagles, and this is going to be a high water mark. It's going to be historic. It's not only going to be the rarest S-minted American Silver Eagle.
792 sold. And counting.
And so we're down, and we have like 400 left. We're going to spend a little bit of time here. I have 400 left. I have hundreds of people on the phone. So like I said, I'm just 100% assuming this is the final primetime presentation, and today was the first primetime presentation. So first and last. This is what we call our one and dones. And I had a pretty fair quantity of these. I'm pretty comfortable in my assessment of this coin. So 1,298, I thought I might get a couple of days out of, a couple of airings out of it. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case, unfortunately. And remember, so no extra cost or charge. I'm going to give you the Red Oak presentation box.
Included.
Absolutely included. No extra cost or charge.
We are doing FlexPay. Did I mention that?
Yeah, we got all that too.
So any major credit card, you have 4 interest-free charge card payments. So you put down $49.99 and you're going to pay your tax and shipping with the first payment, and then we mail you the coin. And then you have 3 more payments on the charge card you originally purchased for under $50. As far as we know, we're the only ones you can buy coins this way in an accredited place to buy coins. We are a publicly traded company, so we are, we feel we've been doing coins here for decades. We feel very confident. What you see is what you get.
I love it. You go. People say, do this on the internet. Look this. Go ahead. Okay.
Be careful.
I'm a professional coin dealer. Okay? My entire life has been buying and selling coins.
And reputation.
I am extraordinarily uncomfortable buying coins off the internet. Okay?
Even you are like looking at it like, I don't know what this is going to be.
Absolutely. I've gotten counterfeits on there because people show up and disappear just like that. You have these people, and you just don't know. So it's the Wild West out there. And look, you want to be a coin cowboy, that's your business. Go ahead and do out there. Or if you want to deal with somebody that's been here for 30 years selling coins, that's why you pick up the phone. That's why we give you, when you get a 30-day money-back guarantee, it matters that they're going to be there in 30 days. Okay?
That is a good point.
Yeah, sure, we'll give you a 30-day money-back guarantee, and you call them, I don't like the coin. Hello?
Yeah, the number you have called is no longer in service.
I go, that's just perfect.
Yes.
And then you call and report them, and they go, well, I don't care. There's nothing we can do about that. Sorry about that, cowboy. And so that's what happens, and that's why we've been here for selling coins at HSN for over a quarter of a century. We have popped up the limited
quantity sign there. It is getting down to the wire on this, Mike.
Yeah, as well I anticipated. I mean, look, it's a great coin. First of all, it's a great coin as a standalone coin. It's the brand new S-minted, not the West Point minted, the brand new S-minted proof American Silver Eagle, okay? At preview coin, preview price, in essence, at $199.95. It's only $1,298. That's all there's ever going to be. You can never have any more coins. On top of that, that's my regular price, $199.95. It's what I've charged for basically all the proof Silver Eagles when silver's at this price since the United States.
No matter what's going to happen in 6 months.
No matter what's going to happen.
Right.
On top of it, now I believe that this could well be the rarest Silver Eagle, a regular issue Silver Eagle made by the United States, whether it be mint state, whether it be proof, whether it be burnished. I don't care. I think it could be the rarest one of all of them. It might end up being the second rarest Silver Eagle ever made by the United States Mint. And if that's the case, and you have bought this coin at $199.95, $20.95, you have done yourself and your collection and your children and your grandchildren a favor.
Right, yes you have. And we've only got a couple more minutes. We're gonna talk about this. To order this, you need the item number. It's 628489. That's how you order. You can call the number on your screen, or you can go to hsn.com and then put in that item number. Very limited final minutes on this.
Well, we gotta do some ciphering here.
Okay.
Okay, because we gotta cipher the number that are left versus the number of people on the phone.
Oh gosh.
That's a pretty significant number. So we're basically, I'm gonna round up to 900, so that's pretty good. So that leaves us 398 coins. And we have fairly close to that number of folks on the phone.
We're
Not
also
quite.
getting another 2 minutes on this. My producer just let us know.
Excellent.
Because so we're gonna make sure everybody gets a chance to get in on it.
Because like I said, it is such a significant opportunity. Because once again, so you get the coin first day of issue, which is exclusive to us. Whoops. That's what happens when you get all of our lights on a brilliantly, brilliant proof, perfect coin.
It's a shiny coin
so people
with
are going, well,
highlights.
what's that little thing right there? Now, it's interesting. That's not anything on the coin. If you'll notice, you see two of them. So it's something on the holder because it's reflected in the coin. There you go, now it's gone.
Okay.
And so that's how you know if something is on the coin or on the holder.
You got a good
if
eye.
there's two of them.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, I looked at, 100 million coins probably in my life. Yeah.
All right, you definitely have a leg up there.
And that's one of the reasons I wear glasses. I'm mostly blind from the coins anyway, is what it comes down to. So what we have is a new proof American Silver Eagle. S-Mint, remember, it's only the second time the government's ever done a secondary mint mark in the course of a year. In all the years they've been doing the American Silver Eagle, there we go. That's important. That's incredible. Okay, so we're going to have that. So that's a big thing. That it's the S-Mint coin. So you add that. This is my regular price. I have the red oak presentation box. It's first day of issue. It's 100% exclusive to us. Now I'm going to give you kind of some of the inside information. Okay. And this is the important part, and it's free.
Yeah, this is the part I love.
Okay, I'm not charging any extra for this. I'm just taking a look at, we track basically every coin made, issued, sold, released by the United States Mint. We track weekly sales figures. We track everything about every single solitary one of these coins. And I think given all of the stuff that I am looking for out there in the marketplace right now, and when I see these coins, and when I see what's happening, I believe that this coin could end up, are you ready for this, with a mintage that's under 100,000. That's an absolutely stupefying number for American Silver Eagles, let alone a proof American Silver Eagle. That would mean that the only other American Silver Eagle, proof, mint state, burnished, that is going to be rarer than this coin by mintage, it's going to be the 1995W. That coin in this condition is $30,000. I think it's going to beat out the 2011. What? Yeah, that's right. That's what the 1995. It's a classic. It's the king of the American Silver Eagle. Wow. The 2011 right now is number 2. That's the 25th anniversary reverse proof American Silver Eagle. They made 100,000 of that coin. That coin, the last time I sold it here on the air, I think it was $1,200 or $1,500. This coin, I think, has an extraordinary opportunity of being even rarer than that coin, and even rarer than that coin. Now, that is information. If that comes to bear, if that comes to pass, this could quite likely at $199.95 be one of the great coin purchases you've ever made. But once again, I am, in essence, speculating on that. Now, that is decades and decades and decades of experience coming to bear.
I don't know if I've ever heard you say that in the 10 years. I mean, maybe one other time. I remember you saying something like that.
It doesn't happen that much. Yeah. I mean, this one, okay, not the rarest. Okay, not the rarest, not the rarest, not the rarest. Well, the last time I did something like this was the 2017. We're over 1,000 sold now. The 2017 West Point minted burnished $50 American Silver Eagle.
I remember that.
And I told you this, and I said, look, it is now the rarest gold coin made by the United States government in the last 100 years. People are like, what?
That went.
And that coin was like $4,000, and now it's like $6,000 or $7,000 or $8,000 in the marketplace. All of you that bought that, great job. Yeah. So, it doesn't happen very often.
No,
that was the last time I had one that was kind of this rare, was 2017.
I have rarely heard you get this excited about the future of a coin, and you seem so confident.
And here's the thing, I'm charging nothing extra for that. Yeah. I think it's important. Right. Now, if I was out here trying to sell this for $299 and saying, you need to pay the extra $100 because I think it's going to be rare, yeah, no, that's not something I'm going to do. It's not something we're going to do here. This is the price I'm charging anyway.
Right.
Okay, this is $199.95 is my regular price.
We're just speculating.
If all that other stuff comes true, that's just a bonus.
That's
if it's not, you still get the only only the second San Francisco minted.
Well worth it at this price.
Supplemental minted proof silver eagle in history. So you get a great coin at $199 regardless. If all the other stuff comes to bear, then that's pretty
I feel like
special.
the dealers are now getting, because it's like rolling, the numbers.
We were like $890 and then we come back and it's like $960.
Yes.
And so, somebody clearly bought a dozen or 2 dozen or 3 dozen. And keep in mind that the Annex first day of issue, of course, is 100% exclusive to us here at HSN.
Yes.
So this is the $199.95, absolute guaranteed lowest price for an Annex first day of issue. You ask me, do I ever see these coins appear other places?
Yes.
This is one of those coins. We will go out there and see it in other places. And everybody would have purchased it here. Yeah, probably next week.
Probably next week. All right, guys, we are going to keep you updated. So keep shopping. Write down that number, 682-489. 682-489 on your screen. I'm going to show you the wall of coins, a huge 25-year collection.